Hey everybody, it's Pam from Nana's Crafting Cottage, and today we are going to work on 50 Stack Challenge. I haven't done it for several weeks, but I wanted to do this one. This week, number 35 is lace, and number 36 is card frame. So let's get started. For the lace one, I kind of took the idea that Amy at Crafty Cat, who heads us up, what she did for her lace one, but I'm going to add a bit different to it. She used a guest check, and I'm going to use an inventory tag that I had in my stash. So I'll be distressing that, and I'll be distressing this. So let's get started. Let me move my other item over here. So I hope everyone's okay. I'm kind of sore. Yesterday we rebarked around our house and just to freshen it up. And yeah, it took everything out of me. So we're going to stay home from church today and watch it online instead. So I was really hurting last night. Oh, yeah. It was pretty crazy. We got it done in no time, but yeah, it was just really taxing on this old body. I'm just going to ink this basically, and I might do some sepia acrylic ink here too for underneath. And I think I'll I don't think I will, because I'm going to be putting lace down, so I think I'll leave them the way they are. I don't know how the ink will react on this, so we'll see. This is the Daler Brownie sepia ink. I saw Crafty Cat using it, Amy, and I just had to have some to give it a try and play with it. You don't need very much, but I like the way it splatters around like that. Pretty cool, huh? So I'm going to set that aside for the moment, and let's work on our photo. And I did this with you guys a couple of videos ago or so, somewhere around there. And I wanted to do it to this one as well. Okay, and then up here, I love this method. It really gives it a good look. Let's see. Oh, I already have sander apples right here. Okay, perfect. Give it a good sand. So is everybody busy for summer? We don't have a whole lot going on now. It was kind of busy the last few weeks with various things around the house, basically. And yeah. Okay, so I want to take, I love this script stamp. Love it, love it. It's an old Stampin' Up! One. I just took the block off because it's so hard to store it, and I can handle it better with this. So, yeah, I'm just going to use that. I'm going to use my Memento black ink. If I use the Distress oxide and I put any water on it, it'll just bleed. Because like you know, distress oxide will react to the water. Okay, so I'm just going to put this over the entire picture without getting it all over me, hopefully. And straight down. Press. And then I will wipe off where it won't stick. At first you're like, ah! But then you remember, it's slick under there. It's not going to stay. So let me dry that just a little bit. And then I'll put my other inks on it. If this is drying, let's do this a little bit also. And then I'll be ready to do the sonnet. This is a really quiet craft tool. It's by Ranger, and I really like it. But they have a UK version and they have the American version. And the first time I ordered it, I did not realize that, and I ended up with the UK version. And then you need a separate socket to be able to plug it in to our plugins. Yeah. So I was like, this is not working. Okay, so I had to return that and get the other one. Yep. Okay, now I'm going to this inked up. And this I'll just put in one of my future journals. Don't know exactly which one yet or anything like that, but it'll be in a future one. And because I do a lot of grungy type, it'll be in that, as well as this other project that I'll do too. Okay. I want to go around it with my Scorched Timber ink, Distress ink, which is different than the oxide. Let's see, I need to keep it different. Different sponge on that. That there. Put this one on. And just go around the edges to darken it. It's amazing how much this changes the look of it from being pristine and nice to what it is now. And I love that script stamp for it the best. I have my number stamps out, the Tim Holtz ones, but I really like this one. And then I want to put just a little bit of the sepia ink on here. And that's probably even too much. We'll see. But there we go. There is that. And let's see about drying it out a little bit as well. The ink usually dries pretty fast on its own, but where I've added water, it'll take it a bit more time. So in the meantime, this has dried, so I will work on it and then come back and dry this one some more. But yeah, I love how that turned out. Okay, set her aside. All right, let's get this one going. I think I'll put just a little bit of scorched timber ink around the edges here. Still have some on my sponge, just to darken it a little bit. All right, and let's move that out of the way for now. I wanted to put some of this lace down on in the background. I think it's the same either way. So let's see. I think I will use my glue stick to put it down, because then I will be using some of my Fabrifix putting the other pieces down. But I want to get a good coverage on here. And I know some of this is going to be covered up, but you still have a background showing. So it will be fine. Just fine. Okay, let me get it to the edge because I like that kind of scoop there. How it's scoot it over to the edge. Get on that before it gets unhappy with me. And get my fabric scissors here. Trim it down. I've had this lace for a long time, and I had used it on another project and that my sister and I were both working on at the time. And I gotta wipe my stamp off here. And I can't even remember what it was now. It's been too long ago, but I was shuffling things around in my lace storage and found that, and I thought, oh, that is absolutely perfect. Okay, so I want to get this put down, and this is like a stretchy lace, but that's okay. It'll work out just fine. I wanted to put that there, and then my photo here, but I also want some kind of label. Guess I can reach it. There we go. These are black and white. Here's some Tim Holtz snippets. Oops. Deal with that was. Oh, I see. Okay. I'll pick it up later. Craft-A-Lanch. I figured it was going to fall when I put it up there, and sure enough it did. Of course it did. All right. Come on. Let's get working. I know you haven't been used in a little bit, just a little bit, but Get that area real good. All right, and move that down. Get my little paddle here. I love these things. I sent one to my sister too when we got them, and they're great for not getting so much glue all over your hands, pressing things down and such. Okay, here we go. And all right, so there's that. And then this will go on here. I'm going to dry this a little bit more because it's almost there, but I want it all the way there. I think that's about what it's going to do. Let me try it here. Let's see. Yeah, it's almost there. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it down. So she'll go there. And then I want some snippets that will show up like there. Probably that one is better. That one, that. Yeah. I think those two will be plenty. Don't need a whole lot. Ink around them. Some bends in them. Creases. Make them look old. Okay. There we go with that. Now I will put the picture down with the Fabric since we're going on lace. A good size amount on there to go through the laces into the card. And I'm going to move her over so that we see some of the lace on this side. Getting her straight would be nice. Okay. I'm going to press around this because this is still drying in this one spot. So I'm just going to do it like that. Okay. And then we'll put our snippets down. Oops. Here. That's why I wasn't worried about the glue stick underneath here, because all this was going on top of it. If I didn't have a whole lot going on top of it, I probably would have used my probably PVA glue because it will dry clear. If I used my Fabrifix, it would show shiny through there, and I didn't want that. So the way I did it works out better. Okay, so I want a top on this for that. And I want to do it with twine. I like that the best. It's more old-fashioned, I guess, what you want to call it. And I just like to tie it. I used to do the double and, you know, loop it through and all that, but I like tying it a lot better. And I do a double twist like that. And do that. And then do another double. And it looks real naughty and old. Back then, they didn't have a whole lot of fancy stuff to tie things with, so I want it to be true to the time. Okay, there we go. We got her done. Cool. I love it. Okay, set her aside, and let's work the next one. And the next one will be made from a card. When it says card frame, Amy at Crafty Cat took it as a playing card. So what I've done is I've measured 1/2 inch square because I'm going to distress this picture, but it's going to fit perfectly within that square, like that, behind. And I'm probably going to put some of my mica tile on there too. Mica tiles. These last like both. I've had this for quite a while. I have scraps in this Ziploc in the back that I use for smaller things. And they have all different size pieces in here. I try to get one close to the size of the project, as close to it as I can. But I also want one that is kind of dark. I think. So, that side for now. Okay, so we have that picked out, and this you can cut with your scissors. This, however, I'm going to cut with my blade and my ruler. I'll get my metal ruler out here. The square out. And these I just get at Harbor Freight. They're really inexpensive, and they have several blades in them. And I have a self-healing mat, so I'm not too worried about the mat. I do it just to the other side of the line so that I can get it on the line when I put the blade to it. Okay. So see where my corners are. Oop, don't slip. And one more. And I will need to sand this because of the slick finish on it. I'm going to collage it. Okay, there's our square. I'll save that for another project. Put that away. Okay. Now we have that ready. let's get our photo ready so it can be drying and such. So let me know if you have tried or going to try this distressing method. Okay. Right there, and do some down here. I think my chickens are getting restless out there. It's getting daylight, and my one girl thinks that she can crow, so she's making all kinds of noise out there. It's like, stop! She's a troublemaker. Okay, so I will go take care of that, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think I got everybody taken care of. Every moment, anyway. A moment. This up. You guys give this a try for your projects. You can do them in whatever color, whatever hard card-like photos. I've even done it on regular photographs, and yeah, it looks good. In fact, I did it on my waterfall journal on the cover of it. Let's get that out of the way. And then I want to do the stamping, and I won't do it as dark. In fact, I think I'm going to use my Distress ink on this one. Little Scorched Timber Distress ink or something different. And just do it kind of light, I think. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Never know until you try, right? Okay. The picture and down. And hopefully it works. Yep. Perfect. Okay, let me get another wet one. I'll just use the wet wipes from Let's Go, because they are bigger packages. They have more in them, and they go a lot further. Okay, here we go. And let me wipe this guy off too while I'm at it. And it works wonders on your ink pads, or on your stamps, rather, sorry. Yeah, there we go. All right. And then set that aside. Let's do the same inking on here. Let me dry that just a little bit, just to make sure that it is dry. Should be, but never know. Alright. And this is just my vintage photo. Distress Oxide that I'm using on here. Some of it we won't see, some of it we will. Well, I think I will see how much of it we will see. Oh yeah, just enough. Just right. Okay, so I am going to take the Scorched Timber ink and just kind of go over it here and there around the edges. On here. Okay, so we got that, and then we have that. Okay, we're good on that. Let's get the frame collaged, but I need to sand it. Get the slip stuff worn down a bit so it'll glue easier. Otherwise it won't stick. It'll just come right up. Well, we're doing good time-wise. That's good. I knew it was going to be a somewhat longer video, but I was trying to not make it too horribly long for you. Everybody is busy at this time of year doing things around the house and trips and all kinds of things. You know, we've been busy around here. Like I said, we did bark yesterday, and hubby's been doing some paint touch-ups on the house, and I think we're pretty well caught up on it as far as that stuff is concerned. I'm going to wipe this down a bit. Okay. All right. Okay, let's put this down. Now I wanted to get some of my digitals on here. So what I will do is I want to be able to fold this under somehow. So I'm trying to think how I want to do this. Okay. I think I have it figured out. I think. I'm not positive, but I think I do. It would be nice if I could do like a whole piece over the whole thing and then cut, but I want it collaged. So that would not work if I did it that way. Actually, I'm going to ink after it's on, otherwise I don't know what will be showing and what won't be. So we will just do that. I can trim on the outside edge, but the inside I would like to like clip and then fold under and give it a smoother edge there. Do this. Let's go over that just a little bit. That edge. Okay. And This is some coffee dyed scrapbook paper that I have. Use some of that on there. Right about there. Nope. And I'd like to put some of this on there. So I'm going to tear it down a bit. That. Right about there. Just the edge a little bit here. All right. And then put a bit of that on. Get these edges. And do it like that. Good. Won't need much to turn over there, but that's okay. Okay, so what I will do is cut around this. First, give it a little bit less to deal with. And then I can cut it down easier on the outside. And then on the inside, I will fold it under. Okay. All right, there we go. So I got that part done. And it's side now. And then to do this, I just want to here. Here. This one. This one. And then whatever is left hanging over, I can always trim. I don't have a problem with that. I just want to get this bent over, and that way you have some nice clean corners on the inside. Yeah, and this one will be a little bit harder because it is shorter, but I'll get there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. That one's not too wonderful there. I think I will put that. It's not going to matter. Okay, trim that down. This just kind of makes it stronger and gives a cleaner finish on the inside. Doesn't have a whole lot of bulk to it. Just out of the way. Out of the way. Done with that. All right, now to glue this down. Folder. Sorry for the arm. And glitter glue. I think it'll hold it just fine. It's going to be put down on the project. Actually, yeah, it'll be put down in a journal. So, yeah, it'll be fine. For this little bit, I'm not too worried about it. And you just do this like you would making your journal covers. Just fold it back and glue it down. So the pieces, just glue the pieces themselves. Down. And we're going to be putting the mica on this as well. So that will help hold it down. If it's not going to be wanting to stay, you never know. Okay, and there is our collaged frame. Doesn't that look wonderful? I love it. Okay. Get the straps out of the way, and we're almost done with this particular piece. We're getting there. Okay, so I need to cut. Let's see, I'm going to cut this up here. It's very easy to cut with scissors. That's the good thing about it. Okay, cut. See if I get that over. I need to trim, straighten that out. That. Shards there. Okay, so that'll just fit there. And I only use what I absolutely need. And that, let me bump out of there. Sorry for the glare. Okay, so there. I think I'll turn it over this way. That's how I want it down. Okay. And last piece of the puzzle. Over here. I have my big scissors in the other room because I was using it for my fussy cutting and stuff, so I don't want to stop to get them. So there you have it. Okay, let's get these scraps out of the way here. Okay, now I'm going to do it on the outside edge. I'm not going to worry about that sheet. On the very outside edge, because you don't want it spilling into the center of it. That. Let's follow it around. And lay it down right where we want it. There we go. Okay. And I just give it a press. I don't move it around or anything like that. I just give it a good press and hold it for a bit. And that is the easiest way for me to keep it from going into the center. Okay. It's gluing quite well. All right. So we have that. Now we are ready for our photo. So I think I'm going to trim a pinch on each end here, just a little tiny bit, so that I don't worry about it showing and I can't trim it after it's on. Get the frame right side up and the picture right side up. Oh wow, that is so cool. I just love it. And it shows just enough of the print around. Just enough. Just barely, which is fine. Okay, so again, just around the outside edge. All the way around. I love using this mica, and especially with these old photos. Any old photos, even family old photos. It looks amazing on. Okay, right side up, right side up. All right, away we go. Let's make it even on all sides. So if these edges match on the sides and that the top and bottom match, and this. You can use tape, you can use you know, any other kind of glue, any white glue, PVA glue, school glue, anything like that. It'll work with that. And it'll dry clear. Okay. Ah, that. But I did forget to distress around the edges there. So I'll go do that. I can do that now. Come on. Let me get my brush that I was using just the other day. Okay. You can use makeup brushes. I've gotten these from Dollar Tree, and then I got some on Amazon, but they're just a makeup brush. I don't know if it'll be dark enough for me. It's not. Okay. Okay, let me try it with my sponge. That's just right. Yep, that's just right. I can put the pressure on here with the brush. I could not. So now I know. You only learn by trying things, right? Would have been easier had I remembered to do that. And you guys were probably going, no, do that. Of course, I don't listen, right? Yeah, I love her. She's really pretty. Love them both. They came out very nice. I don't know that I want to put, let's see, I want to put any metal on here or anything that looks like metal. Hmm. That's worth a think. I got shards all over the place. Okay. I have some gears in here. I love using these. Let's see that. And some things in here. It's a heart. Oh, that would be kind of cute though. I had a key. Yeah. Now do I want to slip it on it? Maybe. Maybe. Let's see, is that all right side up? It's hard to see the writing on there. Yeah, I think just like that would be perfect. I'll re-ink my pads again. All right. Okay, let's put that in. Oops. I'll just use my old glitter glue since it's paper to paper. You can use any of it, but I prefer to use this. So I know it's going to stay. Okay, and bring it in and up over the corner there. And then I'm going to use my art glitter glue on this because it'll be clear when it dries. You see any of it is showing on the outside edges. Boy, I can't even talk all of a sudden. Okay, there we go. Let's give it a good press. And let me put a little clip on it. There. Okay. And then I'll put this on this other corner. Kind of balance it out. And do that. Give it a good press. And down there for now. Okay. So I think we've accomplished what I wanted to do today. And I hope it wasn't too long a video for you. I knew it was going to be a longer one doing these projects and getting them to completion, but yeah, that's okay. You can always skip ahead if something is too boring. Okay, there's this gal. Let me look on my phone again. Which number is she? She is number 35, lace, and I think we accomplished that. There. And 36, which is card frame. We'll take these off for a moment. Card frame. Came out pretty cool. So this will be glued down because it's not so pretty on the back. But yeah. So those two are done for you today, and I hope you enjoy that, and hopefully you give it a try. So I will be seeing you guys on the next video. Bye guys.